Hey, what is going on? It is a beautiful, crispy, sunny day. Just finished work and hopping right outside. The benefits of working from home. I just get out of my desk, go outside, and play some Dama. Today we're going to be chasing the Goon circle, but of course we're going to start with some fun little warm-ups and go through a little bit of stories, a little bit of commentary, and things that went on during the week to keep it a little bit entertaining so you're not just watching me miss tricks this whole time. But yeah, we got the backwards visor on like we just finished bingo. We got the black shorts on to toast the buns while we're out in the sun, and it's a good day. So sit back, relax, enjoy the Kendama commentary for the Goon Circle chase. So we'll get through a lot of these warm-ups pretty quick here. The only real thing I was able to hit that's mildly interesting is a little double whirlwind at the end here, which felt like a triple or a quad, but you always feel good in the moment, and then you play it back in slow motion, and it rips all the satisfaction away. But still happy with that little double whirlwind to get the ball rolling. But yeah, you're gonna notice I'm gonna switch kind of camera angles because my phone, smart me, put directly in the sun's line of sight, and it overheated, so I had to like stop and then get like a box to put. Actually, if you watch my recent video of me opening Lego minifigures, they came in this huge box for some reason, and I put my phone inside that box to record at the new angle when I started going for the goons and stuff. That's not really important, but is interesting. Don't put your phone sitting out in the sun. That's your lesson for right now. So I actually missed, you'll see, I was actually trying to go for the spacewalk again, which we hit in the last or two Kendama commentaries ago. Got that spacewalk, and when I had it at the overheating angle, I actually hit the trick. So I guess you'll just have to take my word for it that I still got the spacewalk deep down in there somewhere, but wasn't able to hit it, and I said, you know what? We're here for the Goon Circle. Let's go for the Goon Circle, and that's exactly what I did. Now, you might have seen two things in the thumbnail. One of them was in big bold letters, "to always try," and the other was a nice Just Goon It hat that I got from my man Dizzy Dama from a giveaway, and those things kind of go hand in hand with a bit of a collection of stories I want to tell you to push that message to always try, because that hat actually came from a giveaway that I did not plan to enter, but I saw on Instagram, tag your friend and like this, and I said, what the hell, whatever, let's do it, and I ended up winning. So that's one small tidbit of reason to always try. And I know something like a giveaway rather, is something super minor, but it applies in everyday life all the time. Another example is my recent Lego video. Now, you might have seen the absolutely cursed video of me opening with my girlfriend some Lego Looney Tunes minifigures, and all three of them were Lola bunnies, which was pretty hilarious in hindsight, but at the time was very devastating. So, okay, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. But so, I, on a whim, like the next day or 2 days later, I emailed like Lego customer service, and I was like, I asked, I wasn't grumpy Karen mode or anything, but I asked, I was like, hey, I ordered 3 random figures and they all ended up being the same. Is that like normal? Is that supposed to happen? And they got back to me literally the next day and they're like, oh, that's weird. We'll send you 3 more. And I was like, okay, sure, no problem at all. So, yeah, and again, I didn't whine, complain, be mad, or anything like that. I just reached out and asked, and it goes hand in hand with what I was saying, to always try, because you never know. I'll give you even one better. You might not like Lego, you might not like Tukes, but I know you like chocolate, and recently it was, well, maybe not too recently anymore, but whenever it was Easter, maybe like early April, the family got some chocolates and stuff, and like those Lindor bunny or like chickens and stuff, like all those Lindor fun animals. Yeah, we got one of those. Actually, I think I have a picture, which I'll throw up in a second. One of them we opened up and it was just cursed, to say the least. It was, I guess the temperature of the chocolate did something to make it look like this, and it was like it was atrocious. And most people are like, oh well, bad chocolate, whatever. But I'm making myself sound like like an absolute Karen. But I emailed Lindor, being friendly. But I said to them like, look, we got this chocolate, and it looks like it's seen some things. So is there anything you can do compensation wise? And they said, well, sure, we'll send you a $15 gift card. So bing bang boom, a couple days later that was in the mail, and now I have $15 to spend on chocolate that my summer body doesn't need. But hey, you know what? I'm trying to tell you the best way I can. Always give it a try. Don't hesitate, and you never know what you'll get. Because you know what? You don't get anything if you don't ask. And you definitely don't get anything if you don't try at all. Trying to sneak our way back on track with the Dama stuff. If anybody's wondering, the tunes that we're bumping, the off-season J. Cole's most recent album just dropped, and I've been really enjoying it. It's had some mixed reviews, but I take music usually very surface level. I can read into the lyrics if you want me to, but for the most part, I'm listening for the enjoyment factor, and I'm really enjoying the off-season. Favorite song, probably My Life. Is it called My Life? And Amari. Really great songs, and I'm enjoying them. Play Dama too. Keeps me fired up. So that's your tune news recommendation of the day, I guess. Okay, so we kind of worked our way back. The Goon. The Goon is a trick that, very similar to the spacewalk and the border balance and all these other tricks I'm trying, it looks very easy, but it was not very easy to achieve. Now, I did learn a couple things, some tips that I will give you that made it a lot easier for me to nail this trick down, and maybe I'm spoiling my whole video here, but at the end I was able to hit a Goon. Very satisfying, very exciting, and here are the tips that helped me nail it down. First things first, I don't know if you're kind of noticing I switched Damas once or twice, and I absolutely believe that a short string makes this trick so much easier. So much easier to control, so much easier to actually do without bonking the Tama. It offers you more control, less chance for, things to go haywire. Shorter string made it a lot easier to swing that Goon, catch that Ken, and get the Tama to actually come back in a decent speed and not, flying all over the place. Short string, first tip, you need it for the Goon. The second thing comes in the throw, which again, if you kind of watch this through, you'll notice that I kind of gradually get my throws higher and higher, and that's because I found it so much easier. Now, when you're throwing the Tama out in front of you, I say Tama, but I mean the whole Dama, the whole setup, you're throwing it out in front of you. When you catch the Ken, the Tama is so far away that it's really difficult to pull it back in to actually spike the trick. I found if I go at a slower pace, a slower spinning toss, and I throw it a bit higher and close to me, I had a lot more success both catching the Ken because it was going a bit slower, and spiking or getting close to the spike because the Tama was nice and close when it was coming around. So the shorter string and the higher throw, I think, are the two biggest factors. Another one that isn't as huge, and I don't know how traditional or how important or allowed or legal it is for the Goon, but I found when you catch the Ken, you can almost kind of give it a little tug to pull the Tama towards you, because when you catch the Ken, if you watch, it's kind of parallel to the ground, it's flat out, and then when you catch the Ken, you can kind of give it a little yoink, and it brings that Tama spinning a little bit better at you. I don't know if you're supposed to do that for the Goon. Probably should have figured that out, but it did help me nail what at least looks like a Goon, and I think it's fine if you give that Ken a little bit of a tug if you're having trouble getting the Tama to come back to you. Those are really the main tips, and other than that, of course, you just gotta grind it out. Now, there's something like this, grinding out isn't as much of an option depending on how aggressive you are, because you definitely start to feel it in the hand after the Ken is slapping you over and over again. You'll notice too, a couple of times, actually more than a couple times, I just totally missed the catch on the Ken, because it's harder to catch it in like a normal Ken grip. Like I always want to catch the cups, so when I was trying to learn how to catch it in the Ken grip, I just kept missing a whole bunch of times, and I even catch the Tama a lot because it just keeps spinning back around. But it's something you gotta get used to. Keep your hands, nice and moisturized, and you'll be able to catch that Ken whipping around without too much pain, too much struggle. But you gotta make some sacrifices. And if you notice me checking my watch at all through this, it's because I'm counting down the minutes before I get to go make my hamburger here. But we gotta hit the Goon first, it's priorities. You will see a couple times the whole setup kind of go a little haywire. I had to dodge a couple flying Damas, and that's why I really take this one outside. Definitely, if you're learning for the first time, take the Goon outside. Let me say that one more time. Take the Goon outside. You will thank me. Your mom's furniture will thank me. And perhaps the room that you give yourself to dodge the Dama, your mental health and physical health will thank me too. And that's really all there is to it. This trick is a grind. It's not simple, but it feels good because the movement is fun, and you can really, I feel you have a lot of control over, learning it and adjusting to it, kind of tweaking your throw, tweaking how you tug the can, make the catch. It's very fun to learn. Go outside, get some sun, and give the Goon a try. It's very fun. I feel like I said fun like 8 times in that sentence, but that's the way we sum it up around here, Creeping up on the time we actually spike it, I could feel it getting better and better. This wasn't like a trick that felt super random to finally hit. You can definitely gradually feel yourself improving, getting closer to the spike, and it was actually funny because the attempt right before I managed to spike it, you'll see here, the Dama just went absolutely haywire. I had to dodge it, thankfully the cedars were there to protect the neighbors' windows, and we had to collect ourselves after that one. And it was as I dodged the Ken, as I'm picking it up off the grass, I'm saying to myself, oh, that'd be a good clip if I just had to dodge the flying Dom of death and then I stand up and get the trick to spike, nail the Goon. And that's happened to be exactly what happened. It worked out well, just in time to make my lovely hamburger and share it all with you. So here's that little bit coming up. Right about here. So yeah, we came out of that one alive. Take this as your lesson. Things always get worse before they get better, and there's always something better coming. So there you are, leaving you on the image of success. Go out there, get your Goon, get whatever you gotta get done, and here it is again. Leave you on a positive note. Have a great day.